As the sun dips below the horizon, the disappearance of light triggers a total transformation in Rome's social and physical environment. The vast majority of the city's 1 million residents live in insulae, towering, multi-story wooden apartment blocks that dominate the skyline of the lower-class districts. Inside these crowded structures, private kitchens or hearths are non-existent. Landlords prohibit indoor flames because the timber frames are prone to rapid, uncontrollable fires. This lack of internal infrastructure forces the city's working poor into the dark streets every evening simply to find a hot meal. In the narrow alleys below, the air is thick with the scent of olive oil lamps and the heavy smoke of coal braziers used for heat. For those without a home kitchen, the Thermopolia, or taverns, serve as both the primary dining solution and the neighborhood social hub. This service counter from Pompeii shows how these establishments functioned. The masonry features circular food storage jars, or dolia, embedded directly into the stone to keep stews and grains warm for hours. The menu focuses on high-protein staples like chickpeas, olives, and spiced sausages. Notably, no tomatoes or peppers here, as those wouldn't reach Europe for another 1,500 years. Every meal is accompanied by wine, though it is never drunk straight. It is heavily diluted with water and seasoned with honey, black pepper, or pine resin to soften its harsh profile. Beyond the food, the tavern provides a space for recreation. In the flickering light, patrons settle into games of chance, with the distinct rattle of dice boxes serving as a constant nighttime soundtrack. Players aim for the Venus throw, using 4 knucklebones, or tali. It is the rarest and luckiest result, requiring all 4 bones to land on different values: a 1, a 3, a 4, and a 6. For most Romans, these taverns provide the only community and light available, mitigating the isolation of a city shrouded in darkness. If you leave the street's noise and step through the heavy doorway of a Patrician Domus, the atmosphere shifts to quiet, lamplit opulence. The center of life here is the triclinium. In this formal dining room, the Roman elite use elaborate feasts to display their wealth, education, and social standing. This room features 3 couches in a U shape around a central table, allowing guests to recline while served. Seating follows a strict hierarchy. The host and guest of honor occupy the middle couch, while lower status guests take the outer edges. The evening is a sensory experience. Guests recline in silk tunics, eating with their hands, while musicians play the lyre or poets recite the latest verses of the Aeneid. By surrounding themselves with music and luxury, the patrician class creates a controlled environment that blocks out the unpredictable nature of the city outside. Moving back out a window and into the deep blue moonlight, we return to the public alleys, where the safety of the home disappears. The city's narrow streets and high stone walls act like an acoustic chamber, catching and magnifying every sound that echoes through the night. Much of that noise comes from heavy carts. Because they are banned from the streets during the day, the night becomes a loud, industrial hub of wooden wheels crashing over uneven stone blocks. With no streetlights, the darkness is a refuge for thieves and scammers. Venturing out after a dinner party without an armed escort often meant risking a violent encounter in the shadows. Then there is the threat of fire. When a blaze breaks out in a wooden tenement, the vigiles, Rome's night watchmen, respond with methods that are often as destructive as the flames themselves. Using axes and iron hooks, the vigiles focus on tearing down buildings adjacent to the fire. By demolishing these structures, they create a physical firebreak to isolate the blaze. In a world of deafening noise, crime, and catastrophic fires, survival at night was never guaranteed for those caught outside their own walls. To escape the claustrophobia and the smoke of the inner city, the camera glides toward the quieter, elevated perimeters of the hills. If you tilt upward from the silhouette of the temples, you see a sky that would be unrecognizable to a modern city dweller, a crystal-clear, unpolluted view of the Milky Way. The Romans read this sky like a mythic calendar, using the stars to track the seasons, navigate the Mediterranean, and seek signs from their gods. Between the noise of the taverns and the quiet sanctuary of the hills, Rome at night functions as a separate, vibrant civilization that exists only between sunset and sunrise.